If you're looking for a new pair of glasses, then one of the best places to start is with the shape. And in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing pretty much every glasses shape so that you can find the one that is perfect for you. So hi, I'm Robert, Style and Vision Consultant here at the Spectacle Factory. It's my job to pair you with your perfect pair of glasses. And there's a lot more nuance to glasses shapes than you might think. Of course you've heard of square, of course you've heard of round, but today we've got 10 different shapes and they're all completely different from one another. I'm going to be helping you understand the look, the personality that each of these shapes has, and along the way showcasing some of the world's most beautiful frames. So let's get right into it with the shape that most people begin with, and that is a rectangle. Coincidentally, like I'm wearing myself. For whatever reason, that tends to be the default kind of go-to glasses shape that most people choose. There's just something very inoffensive about it. Now, does that mean that that's the best shape for you? I would say very rarely is a rectangle the best shape on someone, but there are people out there whose faces do tend to suit a rectangle. Typically, if you've got a face that's more boxy, and what I mean by that is that the proportions horizontally are roughly equal to the proportions vertically, then a rectangle will most likely work for you. And generally speaking, I think mine is a little bit of an exception here. A rectangular shape will give you a slightly more formal look. For that reason, it tends to be more businesslike, just simply because of what I said earlier, that it's inoffensive. So if you're going into a meeting, this is something that's not going to draw any attention. But the flip side of that is that as your daily glasses, it's probably a boring choice. Now, as we go through this video, you're going to see so many different frame materials and colors, and the material and the color are also a factor in how your glasses look. It's not just about the shape. In this case, this is a buffalo horn frame made by Limburg in Denmark. We have this brushed titanium temple as well. These are actually a very, very lightweight pair of glasses that is just easy to pull off. Now, simply by changing the proportions of the shape, you get a square. And whilst rectangular and square frames are similar, they have a very different look to them. I would say that square is immediately more fashionable because it tends to be more confident, since it takes up more of the face. Because it's got that more angular look to it, it does still lean more formal. Because of the material choice and the thickness of this frame in the matte black acetate, this Chopard 410 is pretty cool actually. It looks really stylish. It's not quite as soft, of course, and it's definitely not as comfortable as the Limburgs that we just looked at, but it definitely is a braver option, and braver in that, it projects confidence. If you see someone wearing this, they're not hiding from wearing glasses. And I guess that's the key thing with square frames. They're a frame that has authority, at least if you choose, a good square frame. And these type of frames tend to work for people who have a longer face, but also rounder features, because the squareness of the frame will contrast against those rounded features. And that's a general rule of thumb when you're choosing new glasses. More or less, you want to contrast the shape of the frame with the shape of your face. So if you're the opposite, if you have a square face, you will tend to suit round glasses. I just want to make it clear at this point that I think there is way more to choosing glasses than face shape. And I've said that many times on this channel. I actually think it's not even the biggest factor in choosing the right glasses, because every frame, as we're going to talk about in this video, has a personality, a character to it. And the key is to match the personality of the style of glasses to yours. Round glasses tend to be a bit more creative, a bit more of an artistic aesthetic, maybe with a little bit of a vintage vibe. And this kind of wire rim round frame is as classic as it gets. Whether we go back to Gandhi or John Lennon, or even older than that, this is kind of the original glasses look. And just a side note, there's a reason why camera lenses, rifle scope lenses, binoculars, microscopes, they're all round lenses. A round lens is optically the best. But today we're really focusing on style, and round glasses, in my opinion, way cooler than square glasses. Obviously, it depends on certain elements as to which one's going to suit you best, but there is a huge variety of round frames. A lot of people will try one or two round glasses and think, this is not for me. How round you go, how large you go, the material choice, all have a huge bearing on how the glasses look. I truly believe there is a round frame out there for everyone, if you look hard enough. So if you want to try round glasses but you've not had luck with it so far, book a consultation with me. There's a link in the video description. This frame, the Fuse 020 by Industrial, is an amazing work of craftsmanship. This is probably the thinnest profile of any glasses that I know of, paper thin. And that makes it ultra lightweight, ultra durable as well. It's very, very flexible. This is made from surgical steel. Combine that with the beautiful flowing end tips, the guilloche detailing that's actually etched into the steel, and the fact that they're made from recycled and recyclable material. These are, for me, one of my most recommended frame brands. Something that I really want to impress upon you at this point is that whilst you have the two extremes of square and round, and obviously these are the kind of quintessential glasses shapes, there's a whole world in the middle. And for example, this Luca d'Estel frame is an example of a rounded square where the corners are actually much more soft and gentle. And that altogether just makes them more soft and gentle on the face, as opposed to the very angular and blocky show part that we looked at. So if you prefer to keep your glasses shape simple, the key is to find the right balance between those two extremes. I would say for probably more than 90% of people, you don't want to go too square and you also don't want to go too round. So something like this is perfect. And it's also perfect from a material perspective because these glasses are made from leather. You probably wouldn't think to use leather to manufacture glasses, and in fact, nobody else has been able to do it other than Luca D'Estelle. That's what makes these glasses so special, because leather is just so soft and natural, and they're fully configurable. Every pair of Luca D'Estelle glasses is made to order. You choose the type of leather or stone, you choose the color, and you end up with a pair of glasses that is completely unique. For me, the ultimate glasses brand. Let's get more adventurous. Now, I would say after square, round, rectangle, the next most popular shape is going to be a pilot or an aviator. I tend to use aviator as kind of an umbrella term for any glasses that have the double bridge. There's loads of different ways of expressing what an aviator is, but technically this is a pilot shape where we have the kind of teardrop. And this is an amazing example of a pilot frame, which is extremely wearable, also just magnificent in terms of its craftsmanship. I own a pair of these myself. I really, really rate them and recommend them. Made from pure titanium, handmade in Japan. I wear these as more of a sunglass, but you can wear these as optical glasses, and they're a great pairing for photochromic lenses where they'll go from clear to dark. I would say if that's something you're shopping for, the best shape of glasses for you is probably something like this, because glasses like this will look equally good as sunglasses. I would say of all the shapes so far, this is going to be the most fashionable. It's a very fashion orientated look. And it's also the one that's just never going to go out of style, or doesn't seem to ever go out of style since it was introduced, I think, in the 1940s originally. It's just always been cool. Probably my most recommended glasses shape in recent times is geometric. This is where we are neither round nor square, and we see plenty of angles on the glasses. And there are actually a plethora of geometric glasses nowadays, because certain brands like Reykjavik Eyes are just doing it so well. Will suit almost anybody. This is probably the most versatile glasses shape. It's the easiest to pull off, but I love it because it's so unique. You know, it's way more unique than any round glasses, than any square glasses, just from the shape. And another reason for me recommending this particular model in one of my go-to frames is because they're the most comfortable and durable glasses in the world. Made from one piece of laser cut titanium, just super simple. They should pretty much be anyone's go-to glasses. If you check on the channel, a couple of videos back, I was in New York, and I posed myself the challenge of styling anyone in that video, anyone in New York, with this one glasses shape. And check out that video, see how I did. It's about time we spoke about a specifically ladies shape. I would say that up until now, pretty much every shape, maybe except the rectangle, can work for a lady. This is one of, for me, the coolest ladies frame styles. In this case, it's the Masanaga Pizzicato. How was my Italian? I love the colorway of this beautiful, sumptuous, gorgeous acetate. Maybe the best acetate colorway that I can think of off the top of my head. I love the contrast between the front and the brushed gold titanium temples. A butterfly shape is generally going to be worn oversized, and that's deliberate. It tends to be a really bold but feminine glasses look. I love butterfly shaped frames. It's another good pairing for photochromic, because of course this would make a great sunglass thanks to the coverage. And generally this will work for ladies with slightly fuller cheeks, but you know, I've seen very petite ladies pull off the shape and look amazing in it. Now for me, the butterfly shape is at least a little bit reminiscent of the very classic Wayfarer. Of course, another shape originally invented by Ray-Ban. They are a legendary brand for that reason. The Wayfarer is characterized by a more angular, tapered in outer edge. For people with a face shape like mine, where you have also more tapering facial structure, this works extremely well with a slight flare up in the corners, almost a cat's eye. And I think there's definitely a lot of crossover between a Wayfarer and a cat's eye, but Wayfarers tend to lean a bit more masculine. That being said, this frame, the Apollo 1, definitely for men or ladies. I listed this last year as my coolest frame. If you want glasses that capture everyone's attention, that are going to steal the show, this will steal the show. And guess what? The Rock was recently featured wearing this as well. Esmont is a brand designed by my friend Yanis, who's a second generation pilot, and his glasses are all inspired by the world of aviation, the construction, the way that planes are made and finished, and the spirit of adventure as well. The Apollo 1, absolutely one of my most recommended frames. I guess that leads me on to the cat's eye. So a cat's eye will have that flare up towards the corner, but it generally tends to dip more in the bridge, which makes it a bit more feminine. It is a very minor difference, but you'll see that despite that very small difference, there's a significant shift in the effect that it has. You could not think that these are anything but ladies' glasses, whereas the Apollo 1 was much more androgynous. Part of that is definitely the burgundy red color, and I picked that in particular because I wanted to show a bit of color in this video. You know, color is often just as important as the shape. Often you can see two pairs of glasses and they actually look so different just because of the color. This frame, the Arlem Tunis, It's a beautiful color and a beautiful shape. Now we're almost finished. I've got 2 last shapes to go. Let's start with the niche one, and the Panther de Cartier rimless. This is a diamond shape and it is not easy to pull off. I would say that this is the most quirky of all the shapes on the table. You know, I could have, if I wanted to, throw in like a heart shape, but I mean, you know, if we're gonna go to that extreme, then there are an infinite number of glasses shapes. But I think the diamond is actually something that might make a resurgence. You know, I talked about round glasses earlier being an artistic look, and I think this is that pushed to 11. You know, this is extremely artistic. A bit weird, of course, but in a world of glasses that often all look the same, I don't think being weird is such a bad thing. This last shape is definitely one of my most recommended. Combines the structure of a geometric frame that I said suits anyone with the character of a round frame. So this is a great example of what I said at the start of the video. If you're looking for a round pair of glasses, but you feel like the circular look is not for you, a shield shape is where it's at. The angular top rim combined with the more round bottom rim just works. And this frame, the 3106 from JFRA, they just got everything right with this frame. Particularly in this colorway, I love this matte green. The award-winning Sledge series hinge, which is springy and snappy, but actually doesn't have a spring inside the mechanism. They won an International Design Award for that hinge. These feel great to wear. They look awesome, and the shape is a huge contributor to that. I think shield shapes are just going to get more and more popular in 2026 and beyond. But what do you think? Which was your favorite shape on this table? Which shapes can you not wear, and which shapes do you really feel are like your go-to look? Let me know in the comments below.